All right, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of what we're calling the That's Mad podcast.
Yes, sir.
I'm Vincent. You guys may recognize me from another podcast called the Small Talk Podcast. I'm still part of that, but over here I'm going to be discussing some other topics just because I love doing podcasts.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
I'm Jacob. This is my first podcast, so I'm excited to get going and share my thoughts with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, we've had this kind of idea for a long time, so we're really happy to be finally starting it and bringing kind of our thoughts on different ideas to you guys. This episode is kind of just be a getting to know you, what we've been up to amid the pandemic in this summer, and just things like that. And then we'll discuss at the end kind of our plans for our channel, and then we're also going to be uploading the podcast to Podbean, Spotify, etc., so that you can have access to it however you want. The first thing I think we wanted to talk about was we just had a graduation like last week.
Yeah.
Graduated from high school. It took 2 extra months, but we finally did. I think we kind of just wanted to go through what we did in high school and what our plans are now. So if you want to start.
With what? What should we start with?
What activities you did in high school, what you are interested in, that kind of thing.
Right, yeah. So in high school I did a lot of stuff. We were both involved in multiple clubs.
Yep.
Key Club was a big one.
Key Club.
Which was really fun, and a lot of community service activities, that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was also involved with student government, just your basic planning dances and stuff, and Triumph Music Honor Society, which was a new one I joined senior year, which I regret joining senior year instead of joining sooner, because it was a lot of fun, playing music with your friends and performing for your friends and all that stuff, as well as doing community service with the club, so that was fun.
Yeah, you played soccer too, right?
Yeah, I played soccer all 4 years. Varsity starter senior year, which was...
Ho.
Yeah.
Big man.
Really, I feel like I came in clutch on the last few games, so
yeah,
I'm proud of what I did with the team.
Some wicked passes at the end.
Wicked assists. Yeah, and that's pretty much what I did. Besides, concurrent enrollment classes.
Concurrent enrollment. Shout out all the FRCC professors.
Jorg.
Who else?
Katie Cumpston.
Jared Haberman. Yeah, shout out all you guys, man.
Yeah.
If you're watching. So for me, I was involved with Key Club. Through Key Club, we did a bunch of just community service things. I was part of the National Honor Society, more of just volunteering. Student Library Advisory Board, kind of just helping out Mrs. Beekner, our librarian, who's a wonderful woman. I played tennis at Ralston Valley High School, just because our school didn't have a team. It was fun. Tennis was always fun, kind of just stay active, whack the ball across the court kind of thing. Played baseball all 4 years. 2 summers we won the state championship. And then obviously this spring with the pandemic, everything kind of got shut down. So I didn't have a season. But this summer, I've been playing a little bit. And we'll more on that later. But yeah, man, just try to stay active. Obviously, did class stuff. We were friends. I think a lot of people say I just wanted to have a good time in high school, and truly I feel like that's kind of how I did. I mean, obviously I was focused on school and stuff, but overall I felt pretty good about it.
Yeah, it was a fun time.
Yeah. So now I think we kind of want to move into a discussion about our graduation that happened.
Yes.
That was July 2nd. So literally a week ago from when we're filming this, which this week has gone by really fast.
It has.
I know we did 2 different ceremonies. There were different options, just to limit crowd size and that kind of thing. So do you want to explain what?
So I did the quote unquote small graduation option, which was just me graduating with 3 of my friends. So it was early in the morning. I think it was supposed to start at 8, but we all got there early, so we started about 10 minutes early. We all walked in to Pomp and Circumstance, sat down. Our principal read her speech, and she paraphrased some other random guy's speech that no one cared about. And then the assistant principal read our names. We walked up, got our diplomas, walked back, got our picture taken, sat down. Once everyone was done, we threw our caps and walked out.
So it was like...
It was really quick. It was
really
10
quick.
minutes at most.
So for me, I did the large group just because I kind of wanted to feel that more traditional graduation ceremony. And honestly, I think the school did the best they could. Felt almost like a normal ceremony. So we got there, they had a little staging area, and we all stayed 6 feet apart. And then we walked kind of around our school's track to Pomp and Circumstance. We sat down. We did the Pledge of Allegiance. We sat down. Mrs. Grantham delivered her opening remarks and gave out some awards. I had to walk up on the stage to get my salutatorian medal, which was pretty cool. Yeah, a little bit of a flex.
He's a nerd.
Not a nerd, man. Just did well. Yeah, it was awkward because it was like she was trying to get like the medal over my head or my cap for like 15 seconds. So it was just like a bunch of people looking at me for like 15 seconds. Let's see what else happened. We walked back. The executive director, Tim Matlick, delivered a really nice commencement speech about optimism versus pessimism, which I felt was really like relevant to the time we're in. And then they did our valedictorian speech, and then Mrs. Grantham gave another little speech. I'm mixing up the order, but then they did roll call. So we walked across the stage to get our diplomas. And this one is something I'll never forget because we were, I don't know, I'm like halfway through the alphabet, but I was towards the end because there was just not the whole class was there. And you know, my name has been, not even my first name, Vincent, is very easy, but my middle name and my last name, Prasad and Pandey, they've never been able to nail. But Mrs. Perico nailed my name. And so I walked up on the stage and I was like, let's go. I was happy. And I asked Miss Grantham, I grabbed my diploma, we took a little picture. And this is where this story gets awkward / funny. I get to the other side and my man Marcus Palmer, says, wait, did they announce that you're going to GCU? I'm not going to GCU. I'm going to University of Denver, Scope Hios. They announced that I was going to Grand Canyon University. Up there on the stage, I didn't hear it. So really, it didn't affect me grabbing my diploma. But as we started walking back, I was like, everybody's like, you're going to GCU? They said you're going to GCU? And well, they said I'm going to GCU, Grand Canyon University. I'm not, but it was a little bit of an awkward / funny moment. I don't mind it that much. A lot of people were like, aren't you mad? But it is what it is.
Your parents were mad, you told me.
Oh, yeah. My
your
parents.
Your mom wanted to write a strongly worded email.
Yeah, she did. I told her, well, so the thing is like, obviously if this was like a junior year event and they blew something like that, maybe I would have asked them to say something, but literally I'm done with the school, so I was like, I don't really care anymore.
You don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, I did. And then let's see, walked back to the little staging area. They had our senior gifts. So basically, how do you explain it?
What do you
like the gifts they give us?
They have boosters, which is kind of like a, would you say, fundraising kind of?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's like, I don't know, it's kind of similar to like a PTA kind of thing. Like,
yeah,
the parents run it, but they're a lot more focused on like finances. So they take care of the club money, and then like just they make sure the school funds are being used for school activities.
Yeah, so every year the Boosters Club, they buy gifts for the seniors that are supposed to make their college experience easier, I guess. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But, so they have a set. This year it was a little different because of the pandemic and everything. Usually they do it at senior after prom, and they like raffle them off and you get to choose what gift depending on when you're called. This time they just sent out an email to it was 10 people throughout a week each day, and so you would go onto a Sign Up Genius and select your gift. And they also had grand prizes, which were just randomly given to people. And this guy over here got a grand prize.
Yeah, man. So the prize I picked was a hammock, so I can sleep, take some naps while I'm camping or whatever. And then the grand prize was a 32-inch flat screen TV. So I got a TV, man. Yeah, it was pretty good. It's a nice TV.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll be taking it to college. I don't.
Just sell it if you want.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Get some money, buy some equipment for the podcast.
Yeah, sir.
And then what did you get?
I came in clutch with a printer though, so now I have a printer I can use in college. So I don't have to walk downstairs or something to print or walk to the library.
That sounds nice right about now. For
Yeah.
me, anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't get the printer because I didn't feel like it. It looks like a nice printer though.
It's pretty nice, yeah.
And then rest of that day, what did we do?
I had a little party get together at my house.
Yep.
Qdoba Catering, the works.
You know.
Had the boys over.
Yeah. We did some pictures at a rec center close by, and then took some pictures. Just not really said bye to people because there's still grad parties or whatever. But then went over to his house, chilled for a little bit. I could only stay for half an hour, and I think, but it was, to me, graduation day wasn't exactly how I pictured it. Always our school does it at a university, CU Boulder. This year it was supposed to be at Mines. That didn't happen, but to me, I think they did their best. I really enjoyed the ceremony. I didn't lose any sleep over them saying I'm going to Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just it was a bookend to high school, and the end of the last 3 months were not how we expected them to be, but these things happen, and
you just kind of have to push through and make the best of it.
Yeah. Advice to underclassmen: enjoy high school. It goes by fast. I hope the class of 2021 has a somewhat normal year.
Yeah.
Like we did. Well, I mean, we had a normal year until March, so, and it was fun, man. It was a good year.
It was a good year, yeah.
So I hope for your guys' sake that you have somewhat normal. I haven't been paying attention to what they're doing to high schools because I'm not going to high school.
Look at you.
So, yeah, okay. So, on that note, that's kind of the bookend to high school. Other thing was colleges.
Yeah, we're going to move on to colleges.
So, what are you doing for college?
So, I'm going to CU Boulder, aerospace engineering, which I think is going to be really fun. And it's awesome because with all the concurrent enrollment classes I took and all the credits I get, all of my electives that are required for my major are done, and all my lower division humanities credits are done. So I mostly just have to focus on the one writing course you have to take as an engineer.
Oh yeah,
which is called Engineering and Moral Philosophy.
That's a crazy combo.
No idea why I have to take it, but it is what it is.
All right.
Otherwise, I just have to focus on engineering classes, and then I'll probably take language classes throughout, just so I can get some experience and study abroad, of course.
Yeah.
Probably in Germany because engineering is pretty big in Germany.
Yeah, hopefully the study abroad programs kind of get reset by the time it's time for us to go.
Yeah.
I think they will. We got to just deal with this pandemic, and then hopefully travel starts up again. Study abroad. For me, I'm going to the University of Denver. I'm majoring in international studies, minoring in leadership through a program called Pioneer Leadership Program. The reason I'm studying international studies, I've always been really interested in traveling, looking around the globe, other cultures, and for me the big thing is I want to work either for the State Department eventually or a nonprofit like the Alliance of Democracies or the United Nations, and kind of just foster different relationships between countries. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my time at DU. I kind of set up a course plan already, so gonna be just finish out my Spanish language this year. Instead of having to take like a biology course, I can take geography for my natural sciences.
Nice.
Geography is like one of my favorite subjects, so
Yeah.
I'm hyped about that. We love geography.
Geography's the best.
Yeah, geography is the best.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. What is CU's plan for the pandemic?
Right now, as it is, they have grouped each major into what they call cohorts. So it's going to be the same people you're living with. So like they put all the aerospace engineers into one dorm hall, and so the people you're living with are the same people you're going to be having classes with.
Okay.
So they're trying to limit that exposure. But I know since there's kind of a resurgence going on right now that some colleges are looking at going back online. And I'm just hoping that doesn't happen because high school classes online were just not it for me.
No,
And I don't know what I'll do if college goes online. Might have to take a gap year or something. But
might have to. For DU, they're planning to have us on campus. Relatively full time. I think there's gonna be some like hybrid classes and that kind of thing. But for the most part, sounds like we're gonna be on campus. They gave us the option between having a single room and then still having a roommate. Spoke with my roommate. We still kind of want to go ahead with that. Have a little bit more of a traditional experience. I'm just happy that right now there's a plan for us to be on campus. The big question is, are we? I mean, I think we go until Thanksgiving, and then we take our final exams. Final exams online the next week. So I guess the question is, what happens after this first quarter or semester? What happens in the spring? If there's a resurgence, we're not going to go back. If there's, who knows? We might not even go. Might be online. Virus is resurging in America. Hard to say.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, man, but definitely looking forward to college. I think what I liked is when I was kind of picking what classes is I'm in charge now. Obviously, there's like requirements, but I've taken care of a lot of those with concurrent enrollment.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like once you hit college, like it's been nice. Like I can actually say like, I'm not going to take another math class.
Yeah.
Or like I have fulfilled my math requirement, so don't have to take another math class. I can focus more on like language development, geography, maybe some business classes, and my major, man. Like it's nice. I get to actually learn and focus on what I want to focus on.
Yeah, it's nice. It's more focused and more of your classes seem like they're not pointless.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I've definitely taken high school classes where I'm like, this is not that helpful to what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think that's the big thing is that specialization. I like it. I think the next thing we wanted to talk about is kind of what we've been up to. Not really for the last 3 months during the pandemic, but like since summer started.
Yeah. Well, not much, man. Honestly, it's it's hard to get out. It's hard to get all your friends together, especially when people's parents you're reluctant to let their kids go out and
which is understandable.
Yeah,
which is definitely understandable. We've been on a few bike rides. We biked to Boulder.
A lot of biking.
Yeah.
Which is it's good to get out and you're biking, so the exposure is lessened.
Yeah, because you're outside and you're relatively distanced from people.
I went on a recent bike ride with a couple of my friends, and there's this big hill going down into Boulder, and as we're going down, we're going 35 miles an hour. We're ripping down the hill.
That hill is fun.
And there's a lady running up the hill, and as we're coming back, approaching her, she puts her mask up, and I'm thinking, we're blowing past you at 35 miles an hour in open air.
Well, you know what?
It's a little much.
Yeah, but when I see that, I'm like, do what you want. Like,
yeah, but
people obviously don't want to get sick, and I don't want to get sick either, man. Like, if you test positive for a virus, like that's 2 weeks at least, and then hopefully you don't have anything that's going to make it worse or maybe affect your family. So I get it. I do think that situation is a little odd to me, but yeah, that hill into Boulder is fun. Way back up.
Way back up is tough.
Yeah, but yeah, man, biking. There were some grad parties this weekend. I only went to a few. I'll explain why, but
yeah, I only went to a few too. I want to say it was like three or so that I went to. Yeah, it was just close friends, really.
Yeah, I mean, it's a traditional grad party kind of.
Yeah,
thing. Everybody's just doing stuff outside rather than inside. Just
trying to promote social distancing, but not like forcing it.
Yeah, I think we're doing the best we can while still trying to live our lives, and I think that's really the best. I mean, obviously there's more we could be doing, but relatively, I feel like that's the best that we can truly expect people to do, without kind of just shutting everything down again. Which, who knows, that could be next step if cases keep going up. Well, okay, let me explain why I wasn't around town this weekend. So with our spring baseball season being canceled, I was, our coach allowed the graduated seniors to play summer ball with the boys this summer. So we've been practicing here and there once or twice a week. We went up to Laramie. Okay, so a little clarification. Most fields in Colorado are still closed. So we're going to Wyoming for our games, which, to be honest, is quite annoying because you have to bus up to Wyoming every single time. We've only done it twice, and let me explain this. 2 weeks ago, we went to Laramie, Wyoming, played on the University of Wyoming's baseball field against the Laramie Rangers, and we kind of got smacked. That wasn't good, but that was our first competitive game in almost a year. So I mean, it is what it is on that one. We came back, and there's not really much to say about that. We practiced a little bunch this week, or last 2 weeks, and then this weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the July 4th weekend. The reason I couldn't stick around at his was I had to drive up to Cheyenne, Wyoming, for what they called the Firecracker Tournament. July 4th weekend, Firecracker. Wyoming. Yeah. You get the picture. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hour drive to Cheyenne, so not that bad. Because literally, it's Fort Collins in the Colorado side, and then 20, 30 miles, and then you cross the border, and then Cheyenne is right there. So it's really not that long to Cheyenne, especially from just north of Denver, where we're at. We get there on the first night, fresh off of graduation. I mean, literally, it was between graduation and starting our drive was a couple of hours. But we get there Thursday. We go and hit a cage, and then we play a game, and we played really well. Excuse me. We always get slapped up in this tournament. You usually only win one or no games. But the first night we won our first game. I made a couple of plays in the field. I play third base, so there was this ball that was just walloped at me, and I absolutely just blocked it and saved a couple of runs. Have to flex a little bit.
Yeah.
But that game was a night game, so we got done at it at 10:30, and we're fresh coming off the win. We go back to the hotel. We stayed up there. We ate some food, and it was midnight, and we had a 9 a.m. game the next day, so we had to be at the field at 8. So we get there in the morning, and we're like, man, this is going to be rough. I didn't start the morning game, but I came in. It was a close game, but I came in. I had a clutch bunt. Actually, no, wait, hold on. That game, I got hit by a pitch. I don't know. It's all blending together. But anyways, we won that game. Yeah, I got hit by a pitch. And then the next game, it was right after it. I didn't start again, but then I came off the bench again. Just because we had 20 guys on our roster. It was pretty crazy. I got a really nice bunt down, got a really nice hit, and that game we won 15-5 against one of the best teams in Wyoming.
Nice.
So at this point we were 3-0, man. That's the best start we've ever had in that tournament. See, we went back to the hotel that night. Then we went mini golfing in Wyoming.
Nice.
Yeah.
You sound excited about that.
Okay, so you know, like adventure golf, right?
Yeah.
Like they have all these like, you know, like sets and like it's like really cool. This place is like flat. They have like some structures, but it's like it's like, dude, this is such a Wyoming thing. Like you just know you're in Wyoming, right?
Because there's nothing exciting going on.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that place is like barren, man. But mini golfed, hung out. Yeah, that night wasn't that eventful. And then Saturday we played again, two more times. And my career ended on Saturday morning, basically. We were playing well. It was kind of close. I was playing third base again. I did start. I guess I earned the start because I played well the previous two games. Anyways, it's like about the fourth inning. We're up by like a run or two. So it's a pretty close game. And I make this diving play at third. I knock down the ball and I tag the base to end the inning. And as I go to get up, my cleat gets stuck in the turf. And so my body's going one way, my foot is stuck, and my knee kind of twisted and popped. And I just fell, man. Like, it was so painful. And I got helped off the field. And I think I was more worried that it was like an ACL kind of thing. I texted this guy right away, like, oh, man, that's it. So, yeah, that was it for the rest of the day for me. Then after, so we won that game, and then we lost the next one. So we went 4-1 in pool play and advanced to Sunday. So we were already in the final four of the tournament, which that's the best we've ever done. So we were pretty proud of that. Yeah, but the rest of the day I was kind of incapacitated, icing, ibuprofen, etc. We went to a little park to watch fireworks. Couldn't see the fireworks, so we were driving around trying to see fireworks. You know, what did you do on July 4th night?
One of my friends had their grad party that night, and you know, it was like a grad party in the first half, but the second half was more of a 4th of July barbecue kind of thing.
Yeah, that's cool.
And yeah, we walked over to a big parking lot at a like baseball field complex over by his house. And they went to Wyoming and got the huge mortars.
Oh yeah,
and stuff. So they were just launching those things off, and you know they had they had the works, they had the bottle rockets, they had the black cats, you know, all that stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. Fireworks is a big thing in Wyoming. Like, even if you don't see like the city display in Cheyenne, like people are just launching them in parks, their front yard. I mean, it was insane.
It was crazy here. Like,
yeah, that's what I heard. It was like pretty insane.
You know, like I remember driving home and just looking out over the horizon. You could always see a firework in the sky.
Wow,
and it was just all across the horizon. Just fireworks going off.
We don't usually get that here.
Yeah, because usually we have the city shows.
Yeah, I think people took it into their own hands this year.
I think the police were a little more lenient, also because of the circumstances.
Yeah, but yeah, man, good 4th of July. I was limping around, and then Sunday I'm gonna go back to Wyoming. We played, well, I didn't play, but the team played. I tried to run in the morning. I couldn't. I had to shut it down. But we played against a team called Idaho Falls, Idaho. And, yeah, there's from Idaho Falls in Idaho.
Oh, really? Couldn't tell from their name.
Yeah, man. They were good. That team, we didn't know it while we were playing them. They mercy ruled us pretty bad. It was bad. But here's the thing. We're a tiny school. We're a tiny team. These guys won the overall national championship for summer ball last year. So they're like one of the best teams. I mean, they're obviously like the best summer ball team in the country. And, well, I mean, we could have played better, but I have no shame. Usually we finish last, and we finished 4th out of 12 teams in that tournament.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all, man. I'm if any of the boys are watching, I'm proud of us guys. You know, I'm upset that I got hurt, but you know, it is what it is. But good weekend, boys. So then on Sunday we came back. Monday I got checked. So what happened was I dislocated my kneecap completely. So it popped out of place, slammed onto the muscles on the outside of my knee, and then slammed back into, and then I straightened my leg, and it's back into place now, but all the tendons are damaged. So for next 6 weeks, no activity, going to PT, but I expect a lot of podcasts because that's about all I can do. But yeah, man, it was a good weekend. Had fun. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. Like, just kind of like hanging out as much as I can, bike rides, baseball. I'm gonna stick around with the team this summer. Just maybe go to some of the tournaments and just kind of hang out. But yeah, my baseball career ended on a diving play, so it was a nice play, but not exactly the moment I thought it would be over.
Yeah, it always sucks when an injury ends your career. Like there were some people this year that got injuries, like even before the season started, and they couldn't play throughout the season, which I really feel bad for them because
yeah, man, injuries in sports suck. Like
yeah, they do.
Like it's tough, man. Like you train all this time and then that's it. Especially like for me, I'm not going to play in college. I mean, unless I hop on the club team at DU, but I mean that was it. And it's not like an ACL injury where you're like, okay, because like I can still walk around, but it's like it hurts if I just stand around or something. So I'm done, man. What else were we going to talk about? I just took up a lot of time. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah,
but that was like the most interesting thing I've done in how long?
There's pretty much anything is the most interesting thing you can do at this point.
Yeah, man. Like it's 2020. That's how we explain it, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's 2020.
The year,
man. Yeah. Maybe the year will flip around. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to college. Obviously, when do you start up at CU?
I want to say it's August 17th. That's either when we start or that's when we move in. So like late August.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start what, like September or something?
Yeah, I think they're staggering the move in just so that limit exposure or whatever. 7th, 8th, and 9th of September, and then first day of class is like the 12th or the 13th or 14th. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, we're going on campus as of today, as of filming. We will be on campus. Compared to other countries, we still have way more cases, so it's hard to say how we're going to adjust, and especially state by state. It's going to be a state by state, university by university decision. But I mean, all we can do is just whatever they tell us, right? The best we can. I think that's about it. I don't really have anything else to talk about.
I think.
Like I said, if there's anything wrong with the camera or the audio, please excuse that. This is obviously our first time. We'll keep adjusting. This podcast will be uploaded to YouTube,
Podbean. Podbean uploads it to like Spotify, Apple Music. I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna play with that, but I enjoyed it.
It was fun.
I enjoy just talking. So.
Yeah, and I enjoy talking as well.
Yeah.
This is essentially what our late nights on Xbox Live.
I don't know. We'd probably be canceled for that kind of thing.
That's true, but basically we just talk.
Yeah. We just talk, hang out.
We had this idea like last September, November.
Yeah, we brought it up and we just didn't pull the trigger until today.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the big thing for me is if I'm gonna talk, I might as well record it and post it, because why not?
Yeah.
So now let's transition to like our plans. So what are you thinking for the plans on the podcast?
I mean, we can try weekly.
We'll see.
Because next week I'll be out of town, so there won't be one next week. But we just want to find topics we can talk about, and we're gonna have hopefully our next episode we're gonna get some guests on so we can talk about the Europe trip, which is something we love to talk about and reminisce about all the time.
We took a nice little school trip to Europe, so it's always a good time. We're going to get two of our friends on to talk about it. So yeah.
And the classic podcast stuff. Would you rather?
Yeah.
Any other ideas you have as of now?
Just talking about travel, man. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah,
I
travel.
enjoy travel.
Mhm.
I don't really know what else. Sports are coming back end of this month. We'll just mention that. It probably won't be that big of a discussion. If you want to see me talking about sports, go to Small Talk. If/when we ever upload again. But yeah, man, it's good. I'm glad we finally started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Once we go to college, obviously we're not going to be in person every day. We're going to use Zoom, Discord, whatever, right, to just continue.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where we go from there. But I've enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously this is the first episode, so if you're over here on YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, share. We just kind of want to build up our profile. And if you're on Spotify, Apple Music, Podbean, what else?
We'll have to see what else is.
Yeah. If you're on anything like that, please, I hope you enjoyed.
Yep.
Be sure to keep listening. You can head over to YouTube to see us.
Our beautiful faces.
Yeah. Hit him with a thumbs up, man.
Thumbs up. Yep.
Yeah, but other than that, that's it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching episode 1 of That's Mad Podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.